Back at the lovely compound. Oh, sitting on my arse. That's too long. I was looking at a couple of videos there. Like, Bert Horton. He's got a video of taking apart some electric motors. Maybe I'll put it on my community page. Have you all take a look-see at his channel there. See what you all think. Yeah, he's you know, because I'm saying he's one of the people that, you know, comment about scrapping the electric motors, and he's like, there's copper in there. I'm like, they're kind of a bear to, you know, rip apart. Anyway, he's got I think it's probably from a fan. He's got one of them little fan motors in there in his vise. Taking the sawzall out, and he cuts the copper end off and busts off the back of the motor and uses a hammer and what appears to be a chisel or something, and knocks the copper out. It just comes right out. Maybe I'll do a few of them and see what happens. What the heck, right? Not going to cost me anything. Maybe a little bit of time. Gotta take it off the truck. You know, there's almost no getting away with double handling the material unless you take this truck straight to the yard. And then, well, you end up needing to handle more material. You know why? Because you end up spending more, you end up burning more gasoline. And the gasoline costs money, so you have to handle more material. You have to handle more material to buy more gasoline. Does that conundrum make sense? I cut that battery out because when I was tipping it, the tractor upside down, the battery started sparking. I'm like, can't have that. Can't have a fire in the back of the pickup. And there's a little bit of gas in there, so that would be a problem. This should be interesting. Let's capture this on video. Run like a sissy. That's no way to treat a mower, man. You'd think with all these mowers that I have, I'd have one that runs. Yeah, junkyard mentality, you know. What a mess. I'm a mess. Ah, heck with it. Let's leave it there. The motor turns. You know, by all rights, I should have a mower that's operational. I mean, whew. Plastic. This is not Tetris, and if I load the dumpster like this, I'm going to be doing nothing. I'm going to be working for free, because I ain't going to make anything. You can't get away with doing this. This is going to... This... If I make a video of this... Where's my tripod? If I make a video of this, I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Me loading a dumpster. Build your own tripod. I don't think this one's gonna work. No, not at all. That is a bad tripod. Come on, I could do better than that. There we go. That truck sounds like it's running. Look at that, looks like it was frozen. There we go. Okay, so the overall objective of this is to see if this actually works. So, for me, I hate getting hit by this kind of... This is like shopping cart steel, you know? It's like 39 degrees, man. I'm freezing. I'm actually kind of shivering. I know, the middle board, right? I know. The damn thing is you can't do without that. You gotta have that. If you don't have that, I have a truck inside there that doesn't have it like that, and the sides just go like that. When the sides wobble like that, they wear out the holes that are here in the pickup bed, and the sheet metal eventually, over time, of the pickup bed starts to, the welds start to come undone. It's no good. But this is no good also, okay? So when I'm arguing about this, I'm not arguing for doing stupid, okay? I'm arguing that if you're me and you really don't know how to build things, if you're me and you don't really know how to build things, you're kind of screwed. You're in like the worst. Some people have a knack for it and other people don't. I figured make a YouTube video out of it. And that's okay if people laugh at it. Because this is ridiculous. But, you know, one of them things. No, I don't know anybody with a welder that won't charge a lot of money to go and build something. There's a guy over there that's got one, but he wants money, man. He wants good money. He wanted $400 for it, and I got him down to $250, and that's if you don't have it at all. If you don't have that money at all, okay, if you don't have it, period, okay, how are you supposed to buy it? Because how do I justify buying something like that if the heat doesn't work in my truck? The water heater in my house is still broke. The wife's car, I've never installed a part in it yet. I can't justify it. See, the thing is, I'm not single like a lot of these people that have YouTube channels or that are scrappers or whatever, and they live at home with their cat or whatever, alright? You know, I got a family, and justifying any kind of expense I've got relatives that watch this channel that can't do the simple frickin' math that having a place like this, which costs $550 a month, is cheaper. Okay, it saves me gas. So it's cheaper. This place actually pays for itself in the fuel that I save. The gas money that I save actually pays for this place. I would spend twice as much if I didn't have this place here, just in fuel, going back and forth to the yard. So take this load to the yard, alright? I'd be sitting on my ass in this truck for 18 hours a day driving around. Okay, never see that stupid house. Actually, I would love to never see that freaking house again in my life, but that's another story. Because it's a house, it's not a home. But anyway, I'd be sitting on my ass inside a pickup truck for the whole day, driving little loads, okay? And when the junkyard closes at the end of the day and the scrap is still out there, I gotta get the scrap, because if I don't, somebody else gets it, and somebody else gets it, that means I'm gonna have to work longer, harder hours. You know, at some point I do get tired. It's almost like the universe is trying to like steer me into like, you know, a punch card job, which, if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, the reason why I don't have a job is because having a punch card job never lasts, never works out. I'm always worried about getting fired, okay? And when you don't work for yourself, and when you're counting on that check, you are worried about getting fired because you are living check to check. And if you get fired, man, you're not going to be able to pay the bills. So you know what? I just don't do it. And this thing is stuck, and ain't nothing going to get that thing unstuck. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, and I don't expect a different result. When I do the same thing, I expect the same thing. That's pretty much what happens. The guy with the cage thing down there, he was in a big old hurry to sell it because he needed rent money, but that day is coming down, and he found money to go make the rent, so I was hoping he'd be more desperate. You know, as the month ran out, no, didn't happen. Then I was hoping he'd work out a payment plan. He doesn't want a payment plan. Alright, he wants all of the money at once. Go look at my community page. There's this black truck driver, and he kind of sounds like me. You know, he went to a trucking school, and he got a couple of jobs. You know, with those shit truck driving companies like Swift and Everett. Those places are all garbage. You know, they hire mostly inexperienced drivers, and he got fired from one, and he quit the other one. You know why? He won't tell you why, really. I mean, he's kind of blaming it on, you know, it wasn't what I thought it was, and all this other stuff. But you know, the fact of the matter is he's like, oh man, I drive a truck just to drive a truck without the trailer. You know, he just wants to drive the rig. The thing is it's not, he's like, oh, this is my dream job. The thing is they're expecting a whole lot more out of you than just driving the truck. You have to keep log, you have to keep hours, you have to keep detailed paperwork. And somebody like me, hell no. That paperwork would be that logbook would get me in trouble. I know they keep electronic logs now too, so you can't fake it till you make it. And that's what I'm all about. I'm about faking it. Well, that's why you don't have it. Yeah, that's probably why. I've been told that. So I'm doomed to work hard forever. So, yeah. Box. That wire steel is hard, man. It's wow. So, yeah, you yeah, if you guys had like a if you guys are employers, you had, or if you have work at a place, there's an employee like me, people like me do not last on the job. If there is anybody like me. Because look how slow I'm working. And this does not work. I'm working for myself and I'm working this slow. Can you imagine if I'm punched on the clock? Like, my wife started getting mad at me, like she's on the phone with her friend. Her friend owns a successful hair salon. And she's saying, well, in life, you're either the student or the teacher. And I'm like, my wife got all flipped out. So, wow. I finally figured out my problem. As a student, I flunked. And as a teacher, I'm fired. How can you laugh at yourself, Kingdom, like that? Well, I don't know, why not, right? Hey, when you think about that Tucker Upper video, he got engaged to his girl. I think that's pretty cool, actually. And the fact that the guy made it public and put it on YouTube. And I'm sure, you know, you're putting your kind of semi-intimate, you know, life out there, you know, for the world to go and look at. And you don't see any haters in the column, but I'm sure the guy gets plenty of people mocking him and hating on him. He probably deletes a lot of that, but you know, that's part of YouTube, and you can expect that if you know, put that out there. He's like saying some stuff like, oh well, I'm doing all this and I'm talking to myself or I'm talking to a camera. Well, that's where I see it a little bit differently. I don't see it as I'm talking to the camera. I'm talking to, I don't know, whoever cares to go and take a look. That's what I'm taking home. I shouldn't have thrown that there. I mean, I know better. That chair right there is going to cause nothing but heartache because those legs are stuck in the, I don't know, they're stuck in the grills. So that's the other thing about, you know, putting a cage up on the truck. The scrap gets stuck in the, you know, if you make a cage out of steel, scrap gets stuck in these rungs. Like, look at the legs of that chair. I don't know. This wood though, this has got to go. Something's got to give, man. Because this does not. This does not work. Kingdom, you threw goggles on the ground there. You can use them for welding. No, you can't use them for welding, but yeah, for grinding steel or something. I don't know. There's a motor over here that I put over to the side. And maybe I'll piddle around with that. Put that in the vise on my workbench and see what I do to it. See if there's another YouTuber guy, Bert Horton, and yeah, he took a motor apart. He took the end off of the motor. It was a fan motor. Well, this one is too. Well, this is from an air conditioner. He took the motor apart and he took the sawzall and cut, it looks like from the video, he cut one end out of the windings and took a hammer and a chisel, and I don't know, we'll see what benefit. Of course, his yard pays, they pay number 2 copper for that. I don't know what my yard would pay for it, maybe number 2. But his has got all kinds of resins and stuff on it. Wouldn't it have been better to go, you know, the same question around and around and around. Go to the yard? No. What about the gasoline? And then nobody's handing me the gas for free, right? So how do I get the gas? I have to handle more scrap. So that means I have to handle more material, right? Isn't that like double handling something? Alright, so it's different scrap. The fact of the matter is I have to move more material to have the same amount of money in my pocket. So whether I'm handling the same material or more new material, you're touching just as much scrap. Probably more. A couple other electric motors my kid put in here. I don't know, I'm going to experiment. I'll start out small. I'll put a couple of potential candidates to the side and we'll see what happens. Using that rake is so much better than climbing up and down, up and down, up and down. So much cardboard. Okay, I'm gonna leave that scrap up there. Put this garbage can back up there. I'm gonna leave that up there because I don't want to climb up there. It's a little bit. I just don't want to climb up there. Get tired of climbing up and down from there. That's where I go. Lazy or hardworking? What am I? My claim is that I'm probably lazy. And with that, we've added more scrap for this imaginary dumpster that I want to get here. This pie in the sky thing. And somebody said that, man, you're going to have to do a lot of Tetris. And I'm claiming their claim is correct. Well, if I wanted it, man, this thing was not trashed out like this when I got it. You put it in my hands, junkyard mentality, the back is bent now. The battery's been cut out. Where did I put the battery? Oh yeah, okay. The front end smashed off. It's destroyed. I made quick work out of it. And pile's growing a little bit. You